have some Philistine and Canaanite pottery. This is actually, no, this is Israelite. You can tell the rim jar. But I think this might be Canaanite. No, it's Philistine. My mistake. The amphora. Actually, no, it's Israelite. My mistake. So you see the different handles. I think that might be Israelite. Again, I can't tell for certain. The bull statuette. It's found at an open-air ritual site in the Israelites' heartland. The fine statue brings to mind the golden calf. That's found in Bethel and Dan. So if you've got an idea of what the golden calf would have looked like, it was probably that. Again, like I mentioned in another video, it was probably more intended as a throne for the God of Israel rather than an actual idol. So if you look at the multiple handles, that is very Israelite. And lion's heads. So if you look at the multiple handles, that's very Israelite. I think that's a ritual cultic stand. We're going to start, I think we'll see some other things here. These are Philistine. This is Philistine. See the headdress there. Achish, ruler of Ekron. I believe he was mentioned in the Bible. I think that's an inscription mentioning his name. But if you look at the pottery, like it's very Mediterranean. Look at that spiral sign of the cross, and that bird there, that is very Philistine. Now, for many years, people were debating whether or not King David, the biblical king, existed. Two things have come out indicating that he did. One, and this is more recent, Beersheba and other sites they found, not Beersheba came later, but at like TradCath, they found city walls that have had houses attached to them. What does that mean? Well, you have a lot of them, and it shows that there's a common city design in Judah at the time of King David. So that shows that in Jerusalem, there is a probably central authority right in Jerusalem at the time of David. What really shut people's mouths that David existed at all is this. This is the Tel Dan Stele. And right there, it brags about how Hazael has beaten the head at the king of the house of David. So for context, this would be I think 200 years after David's rule, if I recall correctly. So it would be like us talking about George Washington today. So here we have an inscription saying, yes, there was a dynasty that was founded by a man named King David, and King David lived in the 10th century BCE. We also found clearly centralized authority with border cities that seem to be fortified with a common design from the time of David, when David would have lived, and it seems to be centered in Jerusalem. So yeah, it's widely accepted in biblical archaeology that King David did exist. I think there's a lot of other things here that I want to come back. Here Isaiah died. So they're possibly belonging to a king. Then 10th century BC, a scepter belonging to possibly belonging to a king. So this may have been a royal scepter of one of the kings of the Bible. I think that's that scripture mentioned King Uzziah. Temporarily removed. Shame. That's still belonging to King Hezekiah. I can see why they wouldn't have it up now. So maybe some other time we'll get to see it. And here we have another fun fact about the Israelites. Here we have a replica, and this is actual. The structures are, but the stele is real, of a replica of the temple at Tel Arad. This would have been destroyed because it was in violation of God's law. God's law said, okay, only build a temple in Jerusalem. But they didn't do that from the 10th century time of David to the time of King Hezekiah. Time of Hezekiah, all these altars were taken down and destroyed. So the original set at Tel Arad, this actual standing stone, this is the original standing stone, was taken down, buried a few feet away, but the whole temple was pulled down, buried, and repurposed. It would have probably a temple to Adonai, temple to the God of Israel, temple to Yahweh. Now, as traditional Catholics, this actually has significance for us. Why did God say not to worship outside of Jerusalem? This is symbolic for us as traditional Catholics that, okay, only worship in Jerusalem. We are only to worship inside the church that Christ founded. We should not worship outside of the true faith. Even if it's hard, even if we have no one to worship with. Well, the temple's far away. In Jerusalem. I'll just build a temple here. Not allowed. Well, the true Mass is far away. Just go to a Protestant church, Novus Ordo. Can't do it. Not allowed. It's a violation of God's law. It's not pleasing to Him. It's also a reminder there is no salvation outside of the Catholic Church. That is what this reflects for us as Catholics faithful to tradition. So anyway, if you're here, if you're watching this, if you get a chance to check an SSPX church, please do so. God bless and have a great day.